I love cooking chickpeas from scratch. And when I say from scratch, not from the can, they become so much creamier. Really easy to do. You just need to give yourself a little bit of time. And that's what my new book, The Slow Cook, is all about. So the night before, you want to cover your dried chickpeas with lots of water and just let them soak. And you'll see that they almost double in size. Now we're going to cook them long and slow. So in a pan, I'll add some oil. So we want about 1 to 2 tablespoons in with 1 onion that I've finely chopped. This is going to flavour our chickpeas. So we get the chickpea stew on first. Along with 1 bay leaf, fresh bay leaf or dried bay leaf is fine. You could use other herbs too. Some hard herbs like thyme work really nicely with the fish and the chickpeas. Also, 4 cloves of garlic. I'll bruise them and give it a chop. All right, we'll add our garlic in now. And I love the addition of some oregano. Now for some anchovies. Look at these fat anchovies, so perfect. We're just going to roughly chop them, and these will dissolve in the pan. So it's not going to give a fishy flavour. I think people think that they are quite fishy. Yes, if you eat them as is. But when you add them to a dish like this that's going to be cooked for 1.5 to 2 hours, they melt away and give it a lovely savoury, salty flavour. Speaking of salt, I do not want to add any salt at this stage because it won't make our chickpeas creamy, and we want a creamy result. So in they go. I have drained them from the water and coat them in all the onion. I'll add 2 whole, nice, ripe tomatoes, and I'm just going to cut them into quarters. And in they go. Now, you could add some stock to this, but I think regular water does the trick. You'll need about 2 to 3 litres of water, or enough to cover the chickpeas quite substantially. And that's it. First step done. Lid goes on, and we'll turn that down after it comes to a boil, and that'll cook for 1.5 hours, 2 hours. Okay, the chickpeas are cooked. You really want them to be nice and soft like that. And if they're not, just add some more water and cook them longer. So we'll take that bay leaf out, and I need to season it now. So a good pinch of salt. In fact, when I say a good pinch of salt, a good teaspoon or so of salt. Some pepper, freshly cracked. And for that extra creamy result, my tip is to get a potato masher and just mash some of them. So just do the gesture maybe 2 or 3 times, and that's all you need for that liquid in there to become thick. Now onto the fish. Now I'm using some swordfish. I want to keep these in quite thick medallions. So I'll cut this into 6 even pieces, and this will serve for very hungry people or 6 people. For fish that's about this size, it won't take long at all to cook. So we'll just place the fish medallions into our chickpea stew. You just put them in and around. Okay. And you can turn the heat back on, but if it's piping hot in there, the residual heat will cook the fish. So on it goes, a little extra virgin olive oil on top. Little pepper if you like. I will put that on a low heat, and the lid can go on. So while that's just gently cooking for a few moments, let's get on to one of the other components to this, which is a garnish. So good old capsicum. These are capsicums from a jar. They're fantastic to have on standby. In true Spanish form, we're going to sprinkle that over the top. The sweetness of the capsicum will really come out. It's also a pop of colour. And we do need the freshness of another herb. So I've got some parsley, a few sprigs of parsley. Just pick the leaves off, and I want to finely chop this over the top. Scrunch it up. And then with a sharp knife, just run that through. All right, let's have a look at the fish. Oh, it's looking good. Let's pop our garnishes on top. Our capsicum. We'll sprinkle that over. Look at those colours. Sprinkle of parsley, just in and around. And the last thing is some lemon. So I like the addition of lemon zest straight over the top, right over the pot too. So you get all those gorgeous lemon essential oils. Also, chickpeas love lemon, so I'll just cut that. And we'll squeeze that over the top. And that's something you take to the table as is and let everyone help themselves. All right, to plate up, I'll just move that to the side. Generous spoonful of this creamy, luscious chickpea stew. Pop that in the base of the bowl. Just get some of the juices there too. And a little piece of swordfish on top. A gorgeous capsicum. Just drape them over. And I always just bring a bottle of extra virgin olive oil to the table just for the finishing touches over the top. Seafood wintry dishes can be just as delicious as all the meaty dishes we know. Just gonna flake this bit of fish off. Oh, look at that, perfectly cooked. Some chickpeas. That is why I love slow cooking. Just delicious.